Okay, so last time we were in the body layer and we used the line tool with a bright color and a stroke weight of 5 to create this outline shape of the hull of our rocket ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the side fin right here. This kind of long teardrop shape. But since the side fin, if you remember, was a different layer, we need to come back up to our body layer up top and lock it because we do not want to draw on that layer anymore. And then navigate back on down to side fin, unlock that layer and only that layer, so then we can draw our side fin. Now I'm also going to come back up here and I'm going to hide our body outline just so it's not in our way while I'm talking to you. Now we are going to use some other tools, just so you learn a few things, to draw this shape. So if I zoom in here, you'll see up here at the top of our fin is kind of this rounded shape, this half moon shape. We're going to come over here and 2 down, 1, 2 from our line tool is our oval tool. And just like with the line tool, if I select a different tool like my oval tool, my properties panel over here on the right hand side becomes all about my oval tool. Now hey, check this out. It remembered our stroke color that you chose last time. Mine was red. And hey, it even remembered our stroke weight of 5. So Flash tries to be helpful by keeping everything the same for you. It also has a fill color on here, and mine is this kind of turquoise color. You do not need a fill color. So if you will come into your paint bucket, this fill color box, if you look up here at the top right hand corner, there is a no smoking sign looking box. The white box, the red line through it. If you'll click that, that means that it will not put a color inside of your oval, and that is what we want. So with a red stroke and a weight of 5, we don't need to worry about changing anything else. We can come back over here and begin this circular shape. Now it draws from the outside in, so I am just going to pick an edge and click and pull, and a circle is going to begin to emerge. Now it'll go all crazy on you if you don't watch out, so if you hold shift, it will lock it as a perfect circle. Now even though I'm not close to where I need to be, I can still eyeball my circle and get it the right size. Once it's the right size, I can come back to my tools bar and get my black arrow. Select my whole shape. I'm not just going to click and pull or it's going to go all weird on me. Let's select my whole circle, and then I can move it with either my mouse or the arrows on my keyboard. I can bump it into place. Looks good. So we don't need this whole circle though. We only want half of it. We only want this left-hand side. So to select and delete the other side, I'm going to use my black arrow again, that selection tool. I'm going to find about halfway in my circle, and I'm going to click and I'm going to highlight. I'm going to click and drag and highlight the other portion of my circle. So here you can really see those dots that say it's selected. And this side isn't selected, so there's no dots. And I'm just going to simply hit delete and get rid of it. Now, the easy part. Zoom out a little bit. Now I can come back with my line tool. Magnet is still turned on. I can start at the top of my C and pull a line all the way to the end. Then start off from there and snap it back to where I left off with my line tool. And come back with my black arrow and bump, pull those little edges out to kind of give it that rounded teardrop effect. Now you'll notice that we did not draw this shadow. We'll come back and do that in a future lesson. Just like before, I'm going to come in, I'm going to throw a color in there with my paint bucket tool down here on my tools bar just to make sure I don't have any holes for later on. If I have a hole, I want to tackle it right now while I'm thinking about where I've drawn. And if it colored, then perfect, you're good to go. If it didn't color the inside, then you need to go back and find where your hole is and fix it and make sure your magnet is turned on. Always leave that magnet on. You can delete that fill color if it worked, and we will come back and color it another day. Save, and we will move on to the next tutorial.